Hello, welcome. We're continuing the video series on how to write a novel, focusing again on character development. In this video, I'm going to again take a case study. These case studies are valuable. They help you because the life of these people, the classics, are very well documented. And so you can build a very clear picture of these people and the elements of their life. And this will help you to develop your characters for your novel. Percey Shelley, born 1792, died 1822, an English romantic poet, known for his radical views in politics and religion, but also his extremely touching poetry on love and romance. He was born into a wealthy family, educated at Eton and then later at Oxford, where he was expelled for a paper he wrote called The Necessity of Atheism, for which his father cut off all financial support. In 1811, he eloped with Harriet Westbrook, but this marriage was a very unhappy one, and they separated. He later fell in love with Mary Godwin, later to become Mary Shelley, who you may recognize as the author of Frankenstein. In 1814, they ran away together to Italy, and he spent a large amount of time in Italy. Mary and Shelley actually had a very large number of personal sufferings and losses in the deaths of several of their children. He spent much of his life in this self-imposed exile in Italy, and he formed strong relationships with other fellow romantic poets such as Lord Byron and Leigh Hunt. In Switzerland, this is where Byron put forward a contest, where they were to write a ghost story. And this is where Mary Shelley put pen to paper and came up with Frankenstein. In 1822, at 29 years old, while sailing off the coast of Italy, he had an accident and drowned. Some theories suggest that he was murdered, as he had a premonition of this and wrote in his poetry about drowning. When his body was cremated, his heart supposedly did not burn, and years later, after Mary's death, they found his heart wrapped in a silk cloth inside her desk. An interesting character. You can see the depth that we can get from biographies and his history. And we can then form characters and even the relationship of those characters by seeing how it was done in life, because this is where fiction needs to imitate life. One of my favorite Shelley quotes, because of its sheer longing and the other emotion it evokes, is, "And the sunlight clasps the earth, and the moonbeams kiss the sea. But what are all these kissings worth, if thou kiss not me?" Soul meets soul on lovers' lips. So you're getting a good view of the man and his romantic vein, his life, very full, but filled with contrast. I do hope this one has helped. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.